Ladies, gentlemen, family, friends, where possible, will you please stand? James, turn face mum, shoulder in your hands. Bring it down gently. Just your hands. On your shoulder. Bring it down. Pull it back. Put your little feet there. One more. Use your hand. Gentlemen, Australia, thank you so much. Well done. That's your suits.
So I'd like to thank everybody for being here, for supporting this arrangement. It's a sad occasion, the passing of Florence Malcolm, a mother, a sister, a friend, someone close to each and every one of us. So before we say a few words about Florence, something about her life, let us sing together one of her favourite songs, and you'll find it in the programme. On the first page, the song is number 140, Life Without End at Last. So she really did enjoy this. She used to sing out loudly when she had opportunity. So let's blend our voices and sing together song number 140, Life Without End at Last.
Yeah.
Please be seated. So sadly, as mentioned, Florence Malcolm fell asleep in death early morning Friday, the 17th of October this year, 2024. Florence was born in St Lucia on the 6th of August 1946, so she was 78 years old. She really lived a nice long life. She was one of 10 children. There was 6 boys and 4 girls, so it was a large family. Her parent was Joseph and Georgina Alexander. Alexander was a busy man, we could say, because he had 5 other children, so in total he had 15 children. But Florence grew up in a nice, happy family, lots of cousins, so it was really good, happy times. As a child, so it was said that she was a little boisterous, could be argumentative. She was a kind of like a no-nonsense person. Much of that roughness, we could say, was to fade away over time. She turned into a nice, warm, loving adult. The family moved to UK in 1962 and settled in the East End of London. Florence was brought up as a Catholic. In 1963, she married her first husband, Anthony Herman, and they had 4 children together, 2 boys and 2 girls. There was Stephen, Eureka, Linda, and Paul. After they divorced, she remarried again to a Peter Malcolm. So for the longest time, we've known her as Florence Malcolm. Now, it's not easy relocating to a different country and bringing up a family, keeping them in order, making sure that they're disciplined. So Florence was successful in this. She worked hard really to bring up her family. In doing so, she had to seek employment, which she did, and she qualified by becoming a trained chef. And she worked for such companies as British Gas and the London Fire Brigade. It was while she was working for the London Fire Brigade where she fell and she injured her back. And this really was quite a serious injury, and it led eventually to her early retirement. Now, this was a difficult injury to bear. It really lasted throughout her life, seeking pain relief, enduring surgery, and situations like this really could cause you bitterness. It could turn you into someone that really self-centered. But that's not what happened to Florence. Florence remained the person she was, a happy person, someone with a nice spirit, someone who, when you greeted her, she had that nice, bright, uplifting smile. That was a Florence that we knew. So as well as enjoying cooking, she enjoyed all the other aspects of life, baking, music, and dancing. She loved her family very much, and she wanted the very best for them. Her desire was for all of them to be God-fearing like herself. And she really was successful in this, in her efforts. She brought her children, each of them, up to be decent, respectful, hard-working individuals. And with regards to getting to know their God, she really tried her best. We remember, those of us who attended the Kingdom Hall, remember Florence bringing her grandson Cale to the meeting. He was very young then, but how proud Florence was. Cale walking down to the front of the hall with his nice suit on, his tie on, and what a nice occasion that was. And she was so proud. She was doing what she wanted to do, really teaching him about Jehovah, taking him on the ministry, helping him really to develop that love of his God. So how was it then that Florence came to be one of Jehovah's Witnesses? Well, Florence wasn't fully satisfied with her religious knowledge at that time. She was searching for something better and was going from church to church, seeing if she could gain a better satisfaction. Now, it was while she was working for the London Fire Brigade that she offered her sister, Felicia. Felicia at that time had become one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and she offered her sister a box of chicken. And her sister said no, she didn't want to accept the chicken. She asked her sister, Felicia asked her sister, where did the chicken come from? Florence said it fell off the back of a lorry. So Felicia, no, I don't want any of that chicken. This caused a bit of perplexity with Florence. So she, when she had opportunity, sought out the witnesses to find out why this severe, strict stand. You know, why couldn't they accept this kind of gift? So as she gained in her understanding and got a better understanding of God's requirements, she recognised this is the religion for her. So she dedicated herself and became baptised as one of Jehovah's Witnesses on the 7th of January 1984. So she's been a witness for over 40 years, Florence, a loyal witness of Jehovah. And so it became known that Florence came into the truth due to the box of chicken. Now, she first joined the Stratford congregation along with her sister. She then moved to the Forest Gate congregation. She relocated to Manor Park and joined the Ilford congregation, and later she was serving at the Newbury Park congregation. Now, Florence was a very good Bible student. She took her worship of God seriously and developed a deep and profound love of God and of people. She was keen to help as many as possible experience the great joy of having that personal relationship with God. And so she enrolled as a regular pioneer. That is someone who feels so moved to help others, they want to spend as much time as possible to help people also develop that relationship with their Creator. And so she was spending as much as 70 hours a month preaching to people. This gave her a great deal of enjoyment. And so she was doing this for upwards of 20 years as a regular pioneer. Now, being one of Jehovah's Witnesses isn't plain sailing. We still have our usual things to work on, our own weaknesses. We still have to work hard to bring up our families. But she did work hard, she was successful. She's very dear to the brothers and sisters in Newbury Park congregation. We loved her very much, and she developed some really good, close friendships. One of them, Sharon, who was a very close friend of Florence, she had this to say. Florence had quite a temper. If you wound her up, she would certainly tell you, and she would not hold back. But by tomorrow, it would be as if nothing happened. She had the good gift of being forgiving. This is what I love so much about her. There was one instance where she was really upset with someone and she flicked her lid. I told her that she couldn't speak to someone in that way and that she should apologise. Her response was, I really didn't realise. Okay. The next day she apologised to the person and then completely forgot about it. Subsequently, they remained friends. Sharon goes on, she had a great sense of humour. Once she started to laugh, she would continue until tears streamed down her cheeks. She had a great sense of style and always carried herself very well. And we would agree with that. That's the Florence we know, isn't it? Very well dressed at all times. Another sister who very close to Florence said this, and this is Kemi. She says, Florence contributed to the care of the children. She took them to nursery for a while in the early 90s. She plaited their hair in readiness for school and also for assemblies, without expecting anything in return. She was a good cook, made tasty gravies and steamed salmon. Her tenacity toward the ministry, despite ill health, was most admirable. Even though the children are grown and left home, she continually asks about their welfare. So yes, that typified Florence. She is a caring individual. Maureen had this to say, I remember Florence as a very zealous witness, always on the ministry, young at heart with a ready kingdom smile. She always dressed stylish, and I suppose that reflected her joy of serving Jehovah and the hope he gave her. We all agree with that. She's always well dressed. In fact, I will say she was glamorous for our Florence. So so there's some comments that one said about Florence. There's many more. Time doesn't permit to really convey to you the depth of feeling that there is regarding Florence. So she remained a zealous proclaimer of the good news until her death a few weeks ago. She supported the congregation in so many ways. She's always willing to help, looking out to help anyone young and old. She's participating in all aspects of the meeting. We think of her many meaningful comments that she made, the items she gave on the school. She was not satisfied just to do just a little. No, she wanted to do all she can to help others and to really help those in the congregation. And so whatever she had, her home, she opened up so that we could make good use of her facilities there. So we remember meeting there at the home just by Rabbits Road there for field service. There were great times, and met there also for hospitality, some recreation sometimes. Florence often spoke of her home in St. Lucia. Again, she was thinking about the brothers and sisters there and thinking about how they could best make use of the home even when she wasn't there. So Florence really did enjoy her life. We love Florence. Sure that Jehovah loved Florence. She loves her friends and families. So certainly we hadn't tired of Florence. Her passing has left a really great void in our lives. And so we ask this question then, why did she die? It's a very deep question. People the world over are losing people, and they ask this question, why do people die? Regarding Florence, we have the coroner's report, and we thank the coroner, we thank all the professionals very much for their efforts in caring for Florence. But this question, why did Florence die? Such a profound question. It goes all the way up to the ear of the Creator. And he recognised it would need a satisfying answer. And so we turn to our Bible. We turn to the book of Romans chapter 5, because he gave the answer. Why is it that one who's living a good life, enjoying life, why do we have to die? Romans chapter 5. And straight away we see there, that is why. Jehovah is giving us the answer. That is why we die. Just as through one man sin entered into the world, and death through sin, and so death spread to all men because they had all sinned. So this verse is not referring to the cancer that killed cancer. No, this is going back to the root causes as to why we die. Now, Florence knew this very well. Florence knew that Jehovah did not intend for man to have a very brief existence, oftentimes with much frustration. No, but it was due to the disobedience of our first parents, Adam and Eve, that we inherit sin, which leads to death. We were created to live forever. The intention was for us to work together as a perfect human family, taking care of this wonderful planet. Instead, a short, painful existence is what we experience. So did Florence fear death? No, she didn't fear death. And those who served with her at Newry Park congregation knew this was Florence's view very much. She often commented, and when she spoke to people, often referred to scriptures such as the book of Ecclesiastes that speaks about the condition of the dead. Let's read a couple of verses there. In Ecclesiastes chapter 9. And we're just going to look at verse 5 here. Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 5 we read concerning those who have passed away. The living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing at all. Okay, so the dead are unconscious and know nothing at all. And in verse 10 further down it says, whatever your hand finds to do, do with your very might, for there is no work, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where you are going. So whilst we're alive, we could engage in activity and we can plan, yes, and gain knowledge and do things. But the dead are conscious of nothing at all. So this was not Jehovah's intention then, for us to have a brief life and then pass away. So then, did this mean then that Florence just focused on getting the most out of life, seeing that death, when we die, thinking stopped and we could do nothing? So was that the alternative, just to gain as much as out of life as we possibly can? We think that some people have this idea, perhaps as they're getting older, they have maybe a bucket list. I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But that's not how Florence lived her life. She didn't live an aimless life without purpose. She had a wonderful hope for the future. She's familiar with the promises made in God's word, and that gave her hope. That allowed her to look forward to better times. One of the things that really helped her to maintain this or keep this hope burning is scriptures such as we're going to look at now. This one in Revelation 21. Revelation 21, we'll just look at verse 3 and 4. We read, with that I heard a loud voice from the throne say, look, the tent of God is with mankind, and he will reside with them, and they will be his people, and God himself will be with them. And he will wipe out every tear from their eyes, and death will be no more. Neither will mourning, nor outcry, nor pain be any more. The former things have passed away. So that's a really great, comforting promise from the Creator. Promises such as this helps us to look forward with much hope for the future. Now, some may say, well, look, these are just words. We're living at a time when many people would express themselves with promises. Politicians, for example, comes to mind. But God wants us to really trust what he has to say. And he wants us to really put implicit trust and listen carefully to all that he says. And he gives us a wonderful illustration as to why we could build confidence into all of his expressions. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 10 reads, for just as the rain and the snow pour down from heaven, and do not return there until they saturate the earth, making it produce and sprout, giving seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so my word that goes out of my mouth will be. It will not return to me without results, but it will certainly accomplish whatever is my delight, and it will have sure success in what I send it to do. So yes, a wonderful, clear illustration there. This is what we see. We see rain, we see the sunshine, and then we see the earth produce vegetation. So we're not shocked by that. And in the same way, Jehovah is saying we should have the same confidence in whatever he says in his words. And so his original purpose for the earth to be populated with obedient people will be a reality. Now, in order for those who have already died to enjoy those blessings, then clearly we would need to be alive. Florence will not be able to enjoy these blessings if she remains in that state there. So the Bible speaks about the Almighty's power, his power to bring back to life those who have fallen asleep in death. The Bible speaks about this as the resurrection hope, and that's made possible by what Jesus Christ did. Matthew 20 and verse 28, he said this, he said, "Just as the Son of Man came, not to be ministered to, but to minister and to give his life as a ransom in exchange for many." So this ransom that Jesus speaks about is Jesus giving his life in exchange for what Adam and Eve lost. They are or were our original parents, and they passed on to the human family sin and death. Jesus is going to cover that loss by giving his life, which he's done. So that gives us the hope of benefiting from living forever in paradise. So this is the resurrection hope that we can entertain due to the price paid. So we can expect millions then who have died to live again here on the earth. So how can we actually benefit by being here today? Well, a funeral reminds us of the brevity and the uncertainty of life. And so if we reflect on this, this is going to help us to really value the time we have remaining. And we could consider, for example, what a wise king has to say about this. He was in this situation oftentimes, we can imagine. Ecclesiastes chapter 7. This wise king wrote, think very carefully about this, Ecclesiastes chapter 7. Just reading from verse 1 here, it says, "A good name is better than good oil, and the day of death is better than the day of birth." Now that makes sense, doesn't it? The day of death better than the day of birth. When we're born, we haven't done anything yet, we've got a name, but we haven't got a name that really means too much, whereas when we die, we've got that whole life's experience to consider. It says, "Better to go to the house of mourning than a house of feasting, for that is the end of every man, and the living should take it to heart. Better is distress than laughter, for the sadness of the face makes the heart better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the stupid is in the house of rejoicing." So yes, we could reflect and think deeply at moments like this and think about what we are going to do with our lives, with the time remaining. And if we are wise, we could think about making a name with our Creator, living a life that is pleasing to Him. Now, He doesn't want us to remain sad. He's created a wonderful, wonderful earth, lots of beautiful things to do, places to see. So Jehovah certainly wants us to be happy, though we cannot really escape the pain and the sadness we are feeling at this time. So we're going to need time to grieve and time to heal and to adjust to such a loss of losing a dear mother, friend, Florence. So what we could do, we could perhaps ask Jehovah to help us as we try as best we can to apply some of the counsel that he leaves us with. Proverbs chapter 17, as we help one another to come to terms with our loss. Proverbs 17, and in verse 17 we read, A true friend shows love at all times, and a brother is born for times of distress. So that's something we could put in prayer to our God. We want to be a true friend to one another at this difficult time. We want to be able to support one another. So perhaps we could think about how we can do that, as well as some kind words. Maybe think of in what practical ways we could really support one another. And so we continue to look to Jehovah to give us the needed strength to cope with our individual trials until he provides the permanent relief when we'll see our resurrected loved ones again. So may these thoughts be a comfort to all of us who will miss Florence's care, company and friendship. So what we'd like to do now is to again sing a song to Jehovah, one of Florence's favourite song, one she's sang often. It's a concluding song, He Will Call, after which we'll conclude in prayer. So if we are able to, let us stand, and we'll find the song in the programme, song number 151, He Will Call. Jehovah God, our kind, tender, loving Father in the heavens, may we approach you to thank you, Jehovah, very much for looking after us, providing this opportunity for us to express our thoughts to you regarding the passing of one of your dear loyal servants, Florencia Malcolm. We ask that you receive her, Jehovah, under your care and in your keeper in your memory. We know that you know her very well. You heard her prayers, Jehovah, over the many years. You heard her praises, her thankfulness, Jehovah. You saw the efforts she made to draw close to you. You responded, Jehovah, and we were witnesses as to how she felt about that. So we're very grateful to have spent time with her. She's a most loving person and really showed that love, particularly to her family, Jehovah, her children, and we really enjoyed her company in the congregation. We thank you much for your reminders, your promises, Jehovah, that you certainly didn't create us to live just a few brief years and then that was the end of it. No, but your intention was for us to enjoy life indefinitely. And so we can be convinced of that, Jehovah, that you'll want to see her lovely smile again, Jehovah. You'll want to hear her singing again. You'd want to really enjoy seeing her activities here on the earth again. And you've reassured us that you have the power and the capacity to bring her back again. So we leave these matters in your care. We thank you that we have these treasures that we could think about. They serve as a great hope and a comfort to us all. So we leave ourselves in your care, particularly for the rest of our day as we associate together. We thank you and ask that you accept our thanks, Jehovah, because we really approach you now through Christ Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much. I think we could depart now. Sorry. I think there's a further announcement, sorry.
Just take a seat for a moment and we'll listen to the music. Thank you, Steve. Ladies and gents, just to let you know what's going to happen, stay open, so not many people get it, but we're going to give her a little encore, okay? Is that okay? So she's, yeah.
Oh, excuse me, they want me to read a poem.
Pardon?
They want me to read a poem for my aunt. So is the mic on?
Yep. 1, 2. Put the mic to your mouth. Put the mic right to your mouth when you're talking, yeah.
Okay.
I can't turn it up too loud.
Hello? Oh. Hello, everyone. Hello. Can we have a little bit of silence, please? I'm going to read a poem. Sorry. I'm going to read a poem for my aunt. So if you just give me a few minutes, please. Okay. Am I too cheeky? Right. It's in loving memory, we didn't get to say goodbye. We didn't get to say goodbye. You departed in the twinkling of an eye. We didn't get to say farewell. The sadness my heart feels, no words can tell. So many things were left unsaid. So many tears will I still shed. Without any warning, death came calling, and in a heartbeat you were taken from me. How cruel is death, how selfish indeed, to take someone who meant so much to me. How my heart aches, how my heart grieves, for you are dearly loved and dearly missed. Heaven bid you come, my dearly loved one, and in an instant you were gone. And though I know no one lives forever, still I wish you could have stayed on for longer. Indeed, there will never be a good time to die or an easy way to say goodbye. We'll meet again by God's grace, you and I, but until then, this is my sad goodbye. We will meet again in the heavens above, as we're reunited with the ones we love. Till then, you're unforgettable to me. I treasure my memories of you and always will.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, everybody. I just wanted to say a few words about my mum. Personal experience from myself. While I was growing up, as a young child, she was very loving and kind towards me, but also very strict. She would punish me when I was naughty and give me licks to keep me in line. There was a big change from her when I left school when I was at 15 towards me. I would be at home in bed early in the morning. I would hear her cry up, "Stephen, it's time to wake up. You need to go to the job centre and find a job." I'll call back and say, "Yes, Mum," and go back to sleep. She would call up again and I'd be fast asleep. I'd be then awakened by her throwing a jug of water over me. I would say, "Mum, why did you do that for?" She would say, "No son of mine is going to stay in bed all day and be lazy." I eventually found a job and she was very happy for me. Over the last 3 years, as most of you know, Mum has been fighting stomach cancer. I've also had issues. She would call me every day without fail just to check up on me. She'd say, "Son, how are you? How are you and the family? How are you coping?" I would always try to put her mind at rest and say, "Mum, I'm coping fine. We're all fine. I know that you always worry about me, but I want you to try and get better." She never stopped being a mother to me and always saw me as her boy. I would always feel her love whenever I was with her. It's very hard knowing now I will never hear her voice again. The way she used to call my name, she has now gone, but will always be in my heart. I know if it wasn't for her and my dad, I would not be the man that I am today. Rest in peace, Mum. Yeah, you want to say? Come on, Uncle. Come on, Uncle.
Ready? Thanks, everyone. As everyone knows, Florence was not only my sister, she was my second mother. I was brought up, when my mother left England for St. Lucia, she left me in the care of Florence. She brought me up, and even before that, when my mum left St. Lucia to come to England, she left me in the care of Florence as well, although Florence was only 14 years old. She took care of me at that time. And at 14 years old, I was surprised at how she caressed me, she cared for me, and she was always someone I could depend on. And I know she had a terrible temper, but after she dealt with me, she would be all sorry and forgiving. So Florence, I miss you so, so, so much.
Hi everyone, I'm Kel, grandson of Florence. Nan's duties as a grandmother usually involved picking me up every day from school while my mum was working late nights, feeding me, and she was very much so like a second mum to me. We connected through her spirituality. She was used to take me to the Kingdom Hall on the ministry, and through that I learned a lot. about spirituality. It also helped me at the time because I was struggling with reading. 'Cause I don't like reading. And it helped me through my academic career. And she's a big testament to that. Another thing, she loves St. Lucia. She took me four times. And through that, it helped give me a strong self-understanding of my own identity as a African Caribbean, Black British boy, being able to see people that look like me and they have their own businesses, their own homes, that meant a lot to me. She wasn't easy. She wasn't easy at all. Yeah, I'm always gonna be able to hear her voice in my head saying, "Kel, come and do this, come and do that." So she'll forever be with me. Nam was like the sun in some ways, in that she was a very bright light in people's lives. But obviously sometimes you get too close to the sun and you get burned a couple times. But she'll forever be in our hearts and forever be a light in our lives. And we'll all miss her.
Anyway, good evening, everyone. Excuse my voice. Gossies. I'm Evelyn. For those of you who doesn't know, Florence is my aunt. And there are many nephews and nieces that she has. But Florencia and I had a relationship that was just the two of us, personal. The first time I remember meeting my aunt, I knew she went to England because I was born in St. Lucia. Then I was up in a guava tree, and about 3 girls come. They said, Evelyn, your auntie is looking for you. I said, which auntie? They say her name is Kuno. And she's come to look for you. So I'm saying, oh. Okay, stand here. Yeah, thank you. So I got down the guava tree, got the back of my skirt caught in one of the branches, so a big tear, and then I don't have time to go home and change it, so I've just gone to meet her. And then she says, Evelyn, you're my brother child. I come to look for you. I said, oh, so you're Kuno, Auntie Kuno. She said, yes. She said, but what happened to your skirt? And I can't tell her I was up the guava tree. So I said, oh, it got hooked. I said, it got hooked. And she says, well, I'm going to look for you, and you're coming with me. I said, no. I said, I got to go and change my skirt, and I'll come and meet you. So at that point, I thought that was a loving thing to do. She was on holiday, and she made the journey from where she was to come up to Orleans to come and look for me. So we had a special bond from that day. I thought that was really kind. Anyway, I came to England, joined later, and wherever we live, there were many of them, about 13 brothers and sisters here, but she always made her way to wherever my father was to come. Every time, if she had a new partner, she would come and say, this is my brother. She brings them in, so my dad could give approval. And we thought, okay, so she's always been there wherever we go. But as the years go by, as you know, Florence became a witness. I became a witness. I first met them at Twickenham. I was going to the mothers and baby room. And then she and Felicia were sitting on the grass. And I thought, but they look like my auntie. Because we live in Brockley and they live in East London. And I thought, Then I look again, I thought, but it's them. So I bet that, and then they got off the grass and they said, it's Evelyn. So they ran up to me and hugged me. And I said to them, what are you lot doing here? And they said, oh, I said, I thought my dad said Auntie Felicia is a Christian. She says, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I said, oh, I thought you were Pentecostal. And from that day on, that bond just keep continuing. But as time go by, Florencia, I get a phone call from her at least once a week. When she's in St. Lucia, she was always, so the bond between us got closer and closer. She would call and give me an update on all the children, what they're doing. The first year she brought Kale to St. Lucia. I called her, I said, Auntie, I'm coming down. She says, oh, can you bring Kale down for me, please? I said, you think Linda's gonna let me take Kale? I said, you better talk to Linda. She said, if Linda don't trust you with Kale, she can't trust Kale with nobody. So I brought Kale down for her. We had a good time in St. Lucia. So every day Auntie called and the bond just grew. But as she got sick, Auntie, I know she had a temper, but she never lose it with me. If she did something wrong, I'd say, Auntie, that wasn't very nice. She'd say, I know, Evelyn, but I'll forgive it. And she forget it, and she move on. But as she got sicker, and I moved to St. Lucia, spent some more time there, she came. And as the years go by, then we got closer, because I could tell she was getting tired and weaker. And she would just drive her vehicle. She puts it at the front of the road where I live, and she would come in. My husband would say, your auntie's coming. I said, oh, I think she's hungry. So she would say, Evelyn, make me something to eat. Danny, there's the key. Go and pack my Jeep. My husband would go pack the Jeep, put it. He said, and turn it for me to go home. So he turned the Jeep, put it in the right place so she can get a Jeep to go home. So she'll sit. She eats very little, but she would eat her food and we talk. So, but the love Florence had to help people in teaching them about God and the ministry. I said, Auntie, don't you think you're too tired? You can't walk to go? She would say, Evelyn, I better go. I'm not sitting at home waiting to die. So off she goes. She just continue. So we continue feeding her, looking after her. And then the last two years ago, Auntie said she was going up. I said, you got to go back for your treatment. My husband arranged to pick my auntie up. My aunt said, my husband got there and he says, I can't get in. She's not there. I said, oh, maybe she popped somewhere. But the Jeep is there. I said, he called me again. He goes, I can't find her. I said, the door's locked. I said, you better climb the back way and see if the bedroom door is open. Enter, go and look for her. He climbed up. He goes in and he says, he found my auntie in the bath. She's getting ready to go to the airport, but she's stuck in the bath. She can't come out. So Dan says, Florencia, where are you? It's time to go airport. She said, Dan, you better get me out of here because I can't come out. So my husband lift her up, dress her, take her to the airport. And it's sad because we didn't know that was the last time we would have some time with her like this. And so she came, but in her head, she was always saying, I'm coming back, Evelyn, I'm coming back. I will be, as soon as the doctor say I can travel, I'm going to come back. So when I saw her, I did not even think she was going to die because her face looked so well and she was talking, she was so positive. So I didn't prepare myself for that. I thought, okay, Auntie, as soon as you're well enough, Julie's going to pay your fare and you're going to come. I said, fine, Auntie, but I'll go ahead of you, I'll prepare. Because I know when she's there, I got to feed her. Felicia feeds her, I feed her. So she passed, and that was very sad, sudden for all of us. We didn't expect it. But her smile, I'm going to miss, her jovial, and now I think I lost touch with her little enclave, her family, because she would call me every week and give me an update on everybody. And so she was that kind of person, very kind, very loving, and very dressy. I called my friend, I said, my Aunt Pat. She goes, which one, the dressy one? I said, yep, that one. So that we're going to really miss. And then, as I said, she's always showed me love. Even though if you do something wrong, she'll tell you, but I've never had a disagreement with her. And that's the relationship we had. So I want to thank everybody, and I am going to try to at least live my life to have a happy heart like Florence was at the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Just take the mic, man.
So, I just wanted to say one more thing on the behalf of my mum and on behalf of my auntie, because I know they're a bit too shy and sad to talk. So I'm gonna tell one of my mom's favorite stories, which is the day my gran came to see me when I was born. So it was late at night, and somehow she was able to sneak past the nurses and the security and everyone and get into the room to see. And as my mum is kind of falling in and out of sleep, she can hear my gran crying and saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and all of that. And she's thinking, "Oh, mum." And she was just, she had me in her arms. And yeah, that's one of my mom's favorite stories. To my auntie, the last 3 to 4 years has been really, really, really tough. And she stepped up and just went way over and beyond for Gran. Anytime she needed something, some bread, some shopping, someone to talk to, auntie was there all the time. And mum was there when she could be, but obviously she works late and stuff and has quite a demanding job as well. But yeah, their relationship was slightly different to that with Uncle Steve's, but Nan loved them and they loved Nan, and yeah, that's all I have to say.
Wagwan. Hello? Hello? My cousin Julie said, come and get food. But before I say that, Auntie, my cost, that's all I have for Auntie. But she'll call me the last, I think, couple of years, my brother's there, Kieran, she'll call me, go, Kieran, Auntie, I'm Marcus. So I played on it. So I pretend I was him in it, waste man. But anyway, guys, go and get food, yeah, go and eat. Thank you.
Some of them might be inappropriate. So that's why I'm going to tell the chef. Just a mixture of yeah, I don't want no fish though. Yeah, no fish. But a bit of macaroni, and a bit of rice and peas, yeah, so. Thanks. know them tune there?
Yeah, Florence is my aunt.
I'm just teasing.
I know. I know all them songs.
Yeah, you
I've
would
been in
do.
here since 1960. I've been in this country. Did you play at my uncle's funeral? Anthony wasn't it? Who played at my uncle's funeral?
Was that the one that I played with you?
He sang a couple, but he didn't. But yeah, no, but he didn't do Uncle History, no.
Who played at uncle's funeral? Uncle Jay?
Yeah, Rennie Cass.
Oh, was Cass. Oh, okay.
Oh, the Cass Manan.
No.
No.
The other Cass, another Cass. Papa,
Yes, Buzz, yes, you right.
this is your speaker. How many inches? The 18 or
This one,
16?
that's 18.
The base.
Make it 18.
18. Oh,
18, 12, 12, and 8. That's an 8, 12, and 12. Like the sounds?
I play music as well.
Pardon?
I play music as well.
Oh, right.
Yes. The same controller I got.
It's just a nice. I use this one when I got quite a few of them.
Yeah.
If I'm playing with other DJs, I can plug into this because it's like a mixer.
The big ones.
I got quite a few. I got a few. I've got a little one in my bag as well.
Oh. Is it controller
It's
what?
a controller as well, yeah.
Oh
That's when I'm travelling. That's what I use. And I got a big one. I got the big one, Pioneer. I got quite a few of them. This is ideal, like if you're travelling, if you're playing with a lot of DJs. Brilliant. I just came back from Ghana, playing in Ghana. Came back on Monday.
no. That's why
Are you for Ghana?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was playing in the Gold Coast.
Oh, God.
I played the Gold
Ugandan
Coast. No. It's the second time I played in Ghana. I went to Kumasi. I was playing in Kumasi in the hotel. I was playing in 233 Club. I don't even know 233 Club. I played in the Gold Coast twice. I played various places around Ghana. So I played there every 2 years. They want me to come there and play all the time. But they say, oh, I like the way you're playing. Even when I went back and they say, oh, the best DJ. I played on the beach.
So how do you control this thing?
So it's just a controller, just like this.
Yeah.
Just plug it in, and it just comes up like that. Just the same. So you just plug this in, but you can't plug a microphone into this. But yeah, I love it. Really good.
Very simple, you know.
Yeah.
So where can I get some? Where can I get some of this to buy?
Go online. If you can't, they don't make them no more. You can get a second-hand one. Or you can get them on eBay. But give the name. You put in Akai controller, Akai DJ controller. You put in Akai Serato, and it should come up. Take a picture of it.
So that's the volume, yeah?
Hello?
You hear like earphone on it as well?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's for the crossfader.
So you got like 2 channels, isn't it? You can
Yeah, it's got 2 channels, yeah. It's just like Serato, it's the same thing. Pardon?
Isn't it per music?
No, it's mine.
Oh, is that yours?
Yeah, I was just showing it to him.
I saw this, I was like, wow, I've seen you.
Pardon?
I've seen you with that.
Yeah, I use it all the time, yeah.
Okay.
So it goes in my lap, so when I'm playing, I carry everything in my bag and got all my DJ equipment. And then have it too. Yeah.
I'll try, I'll go to eBay or whatever.
Yeah, go on eBay. Most people eBay because you can't get it new anymore. And then try and get it. Nice little mixer, very good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello? Yeah, not bad, you're good. Oh, there was it then. Yeah, one star. A long time, man. I was thinking about you. They teach the first Friday idea in your thing. Yeah. But I know who it is, and the girl who did it, she used to come to the first Friday, and she used to come to my salsa, and they teach the idea. His name is Yvonne. Yeah. and all of them. Say that again. Yeah. Cheap. Say that again. Yeah.